Hello folks, we are doing my top 10 favourite updates in Team Fortress 2. Now these are the ones I've been around in since the Pyromania update to the latest one, which is the Screen Fortress one, which unfortunately this year's Screen Fortress was quite a disappointment. Now I'm going to try and do this so that I can 10-minute video hopefully, and I'll try and remember some things about it. But still, we all enjoy these updates, and it is quite sad that they slowly gotten worse and worse and worse. Like, they could have improved the invasion update. The end of the line was one of the worst community updates ever. Like, it was shit. The SFM was great, but the update itself was utter crap. Invasion update was okay, but they should have put more things in it, like actual weapons with stats. But you know, the TF team's down to 5. I would not be surprised if they were down to 3, or maybe no team at all. Then people will be really pissed off. But let's not give up. Let's just carry on hoping. So at number 10, actually, I'm going to put a bonus update in here, which obviously will be an 11th one. It's Smissmas 2014. As this bonus update I'm putting in this top 10, this was one of the best Smissmas updates. We had new Smissmas weapons, bug changes, and various things, but we also got new weapons from this update, and it was unexpected. Which, if you don't know, the 3 weapons that we got, we had 2 for demo and 1 for Soldier, NG, Pyro, Heavy. The Iron Bomber, the Quickie Bomb Launcher, and the Panic Attack. All 3 of these weapons had their stats changed over the months, but it was great to see new weapons, a new grenade launcher, a new sticky grenade launcher, and a new shotgun, which was great. Now, let's get to the actual updates. Number 10 is Scream Fortress. Now, this is the Smissmas one, where we had a new boss, spell, you know, the little potions for weapons and obviously feet. We also had Wave 666, and I think we had the first ever haunted crates. Now, this was the time before cases were a thing, but we had haunted crates. I love the idea of having haunted items. It's very sad that we don't get any more haunted stuff. Like, TF team, why do the whole like case thing with CSGO? That just kills it. But yeah, that was quite sad though. Now the next one, Team Fortress update, was the Hell Tower update. The 5th annual Screen Fortress event. We had 100 cosmetics, spell books, and Hell Tower. This was a very loved update. The community enjoyed it. Everyone loved Hell Tower. You know, we had new voice lines for the cosmetics. It was a badass update. Unfortunately, the previous Screen Fortress after that may have dropped in quality in such a way like this year's was not good at all. But the next one is last year's Halloween, the 7th annual Halloween update. This one is mixed bag. We had 1 official Valve map, 3 community maps. We had the Gargoyle and the Mirage missions. They were new. Return of previous updates. There was some originality. The Mirage missions were actually very good to see. It was something new and people really enjoyed it. You know, you get a case or a crate and some cosmetic stuff when doing them. So you got free Halloween stuff from completing these, and you got them every day of the event. It was pretty good and awesome, and I loved it. I just wish this year was better. Maybe the same thing like this, but maybe more improved. Sad, I know. So at number 7 is the most known and very hyped Man vs. Machine. A new co-op mode with a line of 6 players versus a horde mode. The servers were full to the brim when this came out. Like, you couldn't get into an MVM match without waiting for goodness no ages. These days, MVM is still active, but there hasn't been an update since the Two Cities update, which was quite sad that we haven't had another good MVM update. This looked like it had more people working on it compared to now, which is quite sad yet again, but it was a good update nonetheless. Speaking of updates, we have the Mecha update, which obviously right here is a Godzilla reference. We had a new enemy in Man vs. Machine, the Mecha Engineer with its teleporter and sentry gun. We had a new map. We also had 3 new weapons, the Rescue Ranger, the Fascinator and the Loose Cannon. This was awesome, seeing 3 new weapons in an update. People really loved it. And obviously enough though, it was something very good, and obviously people were very happy that this was getting an update, like Man vs. Machine update, nice. You know, and this was really respected and loved. And it had a comic as well along with it. Just like the first Man vs. Machine update. Great quality content. Next is the Two Cities update, which is number 5. Yet again, it was a 2-day update where we had Manhattan and Rutenberg. 2 new maps, the kill streaks were introduced, and the golden weapons, it was Australian rock launcher, minigun, and the Australian pan. This was amazing. Yet again, another loved and respected update for Man vs. Machine. Unfortunately, it was the last update we ever got. And I don't know when we'll ever get a new MVM update. Could be in the Pyro update, who knows. Speaking of hyped updates, just like MVM, the Love and War update was a big surprise. This one was a 2-day update. This introduced 5, I believe, new weapons. Bread-themed weapons, new taunts like the conga, rock, paper, scissors, the headbutt, the flip, the circle rant, and an awesome SFM made by the TF team, and weapon bounces off the freaking wall. This was a big change. It was one of those updates there where they've changed the game to improve it. And obviously it was very enjoyable, very respected, and people really liked it. And it was definitely a deserved wait for it, which I loved it. Next is the first ever update I was taking part of, the Pyro update, known as Pyromania. A 3-day update, I believe, where we had the Meet the Pyro video. People thought, oh, who's this good person going to be? We still don't know. A badass SFM, I believe, new cosmetics, a new map which was Doomsday, and 4 new weapons, which was the 1 for the sniper, 1 for the soldier, and 2 for the scout. One of the best updates ever, and it was very cool. And I was a noob at this point when I got the game. I wish I was more wiser with my cosmetics and unusuals at the time. But really though, I guess things don't change when it happens a long time ago. Why me, why? Number 2 is the Tough Break update. Yet again, this was one of the updates, just like Love and War, where they made major improvements to weapons. And this carried on with the cases. Unfortunately, there were 2 new cases, a Pyro one and a Hell War one. Major balances were made to weapons. A lot of old weapons that nobody ever used got major buffs, like the Sydney Sleeper. Weapons that were seriously nerfed. There was lots of buffs and nerfs. This wasn't the update that started the cases craze that we've been getting lately. As we have the gunmetal update, which brought in the cases. This is where everything, I guess you could say, all started to go wrong. Like, at first, it's nice. Yes, the idea of something new, like cases. Oh, cool, skinned default weapons. Can we have maybe the weapons that other weapons that have been skinned? You know, the cases idea was good. We had like a comic. You know, major balances, like major changes. But I think there were new taunts. Yeah, they were. There was the Russian kick, and I think there was a tough break. But still, it was a good update nonetheless. But the cases, you know, it starts to get boring and a bit annoying. But what do you think, guys? Do you agree with me with these updates? And do you want me to do the top 10 worst TF2 updates? Or maybe a top 6? Who knows? But I will do a top 10 things I hate, or the community hates, in Team Fortress 2. Which I might actually do that in the thread. With that said though, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.